Forgot to turn that off. Hi, everybody.
Good morning. We welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
And this is Greg and Sheila Fossen, our producers.
Hi, everybody.
We got Paul Landsittel, our musician, our special guest, and Stephan Anthony, our king of affirmations. We're going to get started with an evocation. So if you would just relax in your seat, close your eyes, take some deep healing breaths, and get in touch with that sacred, secret place of the Most High that dwells within all of us, recognizing it as God, and God is all that there is, eternal, ever creating, the source of all good, love, peace, harmony, joy, freedom, clarity, all right where each one of us is. I know that this day is the day that God has made, and I rejoice in it. I bless each and every single person who joins us today, knowing that you bring a sacred specialness to this sacred service. I know everything is in divine order and will continue through the service and through our upcoming week. I'm so grateful for this life, for the life of our center, for the life of each individual joining us today. So grateful to know that the words have power and are now fulfilling themselves. So I release, I let go, and I allow it to be, and so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
We're going to start off with a song by our friend Paul Landsittel.
This is a song I'm sure you all recognize. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. I'm going to poke a hole right now in this traditional Christmas song. Greetings from CSL North Metro. Reverends Michael and Valerie want to let you know you're all welcome here, and the message is clear. Tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. We cannot be together in the flesh. Meantime, we have screen time. We do our best. It's a way to connect above the neck. For tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Angels are surrounding us, calling us by name. Reborn into Christ consciousness, eternal flame. We're safe at home, but not alone. Together we proclaim tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Tidings of comfort and joy.
That's some great poke in there.
That's fun.
Paul.
All right.
Maybe get in the spirit of poke.
That's right.
Pokeisms. Well, we're going to do a little business here, and then we'll get back to you for another song.
All right.
See you in a minute.
So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. Check out our website at cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us and sign up to get our emails and the other things that we do. And you can also go to the prayer requests. You can request a quick. Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
You can request a prayer. And also the affirmations that Stephan's about to read are out there. And the affirmative prayer that he wrote is out there. And then several weeks are out there too. So there's lots and lots of good affirmative stuff. And there's a brand new blog by Reverend Michael out there too.
Go check it out.
Yeah. So you can also see information about other things that we do on the calendar. And we have a spiritual discussion group the first through the third Thursdays at 1 o'clock. We just changed this. So that the links for that is out there. Today's title is Poke a Hole in It.
Poke a hole in it.
Our guest artist you've already met is Paul Landsittel. And our reading today is from Finding Water by Julia Cameron. My friend Jacqueline and I, my prayer partner, were just talking about that on Monday, and then it just came to me. So she decided I needed it, and the reading is amazing. So I can't wait for Stephan to read it. So I'll be quiet so he can read the affirmations in the reading.
Let's bring Stephan into the picture.
Let's do.
There he is.
This week's affirmations. I rejoice in the beauty of God's creation everywhere. The allness of the universe lives, thrives, and goes forth from the center of my being. I am an active participant and co-creator in a world that works for everyone. Every aspect of my being is aligned in integrity with divine spirit. I am pulled towards joyful and prosperous good always. Right here and now, I am living my best possible life. And so it is.
And so it is.
Very good.
Very powerful.
Thank
All
you.
right. And the reading, Finding Water.
And it's an honor to be able to share these beautiful words this morning. I was not there when your mother bore you. Surely you came to this world hungering and wet. We all do that. Surely you came like the rest of us from that dark sea of souls, the sighing that brings us forth and call us back. We all share that. If this is true, and it is, even for you, why are you a broken glass smashed against the floor? Why not the sea's grass on the ocean floor? Why not a smooth stone, a willow in the wind? Why do you break, not bend? And even broken, why not mend? You do know how. Walk with me to the edge of the city. Take off your shoes and feel the earth. It is softer than a woman. It is safer than your father. It is water. It is air. It is where you are returning with this yearning you can't name. Cast off your shame. It is an old coat. Remember who you are. You are a star, a mountain, that fountain in the sun. Your heart is the velvet cave where birds sing. Are you remembering?
Yes,
Thank you.
I am remembering. Thank you, Stephan.
Thank
So
you.
Good rendition.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, we got to bring Paul back in,
You
right?
do.
See you, Stephan. All right, Paul, you got a good one for us?
Yes. This next song is about the winter solstice.
Oh,
And
right.
it's about, people over the centuries have always gravitated towards this to feel the mystery of the darkest, the longest night of the year.
Mhm.
People gather throughout history to feel the holy mystery. In heavenly peace through the silent night, with the holy smoke of burning sage, we light our candles as the darkness fades. I live for this on the longest night of the year. Summer's hibernating far away, deep in peace while winter has its way. Stars are glowing at the speed of light in heavenly peace through the silent night. From Sagittarius to Capricorn, out of this world we are reborn. Oh, I live for this on the longest night of the year.
That is beautiful. Thank you,
Thank you.
Paul.
Thank you.
Really
I think-
nice.
What is it, the 21st?
Yes.
December 21st, yeah. That's so
Yeah.
amazing when you think about it. The longest day of the longest night of the year, day of the year?
Nice.
Night.
The shortest day of the year.
Shortest day of the year, yeah. I'll get it straight. Well, thank you. We're going to do our thing now and we'll be back to you.
All right.
Here we are again, honey.
Here we are.
We got something to say, don't we?
I hope so.
Well, I got something to say.
Well, why didn't you start?
You know, if you were to take a pin and stick it in a dam, there would begin a little trickle of water coming from the dam. But that dam, the water that's behind that dam wants to be released and it wants to get out. So the pressure on that little pinhole will start cracking the dam, and eventually there'll be a flood of energy and water, and it'll just wash away everything and make everything brand new. It's the same thing with us, that if we stick a pin in our thoughts, then we're opening up to the good energy of pure spirit to come rushing through us. And it all begins with your word, with your thoughts, and your belief. Those three things is what can change everything in your life for the good. Your words, your thoughts, and your beliefs. So when we have thoughts, and all of us do, you have thoughts?
All the time.
All the time. And a lot of the time those thoughts don't serve us, but they're still creating energy in our life because previously there had been a pinhole, maybe by somebody else, your parents, your teacher, your friends, stuck this pinhole in you, and a flood of stuff you don't want comes flooding into your life. And the opposite is true. We can stick a pinhole in ourselves and change what we want to change in our lives through our thoughts, our words, and our beliefs. And the most important part of that is our beliefs. Yes, we can change our thoughts real easy. I can say, I'm no longer not worthy. And I can say that with all the power. I can scream it from the mountaintops. But if I don't have a belief in it, then it's not going to change anything. I'm still going to feel not worthy. So what we can do, and it's an easy thing to do, is to believe that you can believe.
Yes.
And that's simple enough, isn't it? To believe that you can believe. I believe that I can believe the changes that are good in my life. And that starts with you poking a hole in your own dam, so the flood of your true self can come through and wash away anything that is hanging on that you don't want to be hanging on. I can remember when I was in the showbiz, I belong to this Equity Waiver theater company, and Equity Waiver means I was an equity actor, so there was a certain amount of money that I had to get paid in order to perform. Well, Equity Waiver was a theater company where you could showcase yourself, create new plays, and it was just a place where actors could do their thing without having to worry about expensive or anybody getting paid. So it had to be 99 seats or less in order to be an Equity Waiver. So we could go there and we could do plays, and people in the industry could come and see us. Well, the gentleman that owned it, a dear soul, who poked a hole in my career or in my talents, his name was Lonnie Chapman. He was an old character actor. He did tons of cowboy movies in the 50s, and one of the movies that you might know him from is The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock's movie. He was in that. Anyway, he was an inspiration. This guy loved baseball, and because he traveled so much in his career, he went to a baseball game in every baseball stadium in the U.S., and he could tell you everything about it. And he also, you could name any college, any four-year college or university, and as obscure a college that you could think of, he could tell you where it was, what city it was, where it was located. He's just a great guy. And he had this friend, R.G. Armstrong, who's also a character actor. And he's also one of those guys that were in all kinds of movies. He played Prune Face in the movie Dick Tracy. And this guy was like, I don't know, 6'8", and just the meanest looking guy you could think of. If you go up on IMDb and see his picture, you'll know what I'm talking about. You wouldn't want to mess with this guy. So he was directing a play that I was in at the Equity Waiver Theater. It's called Group Rep Theater. And I got to know him. And one day I showed up for a rehearsal and my back was out of me. And a lot of times when my back would go out of me, I'd be down for 2 or 3 days. And he said, "Come to my house, I'll take care of it." And I said, "Really?" I didn't know what he meant, but he said to do it. So I okay, I'll do it. So I came to his house, and he told me how when he was a young man, he had all this rage in him, and it came from his childhood. He didn't have a great childhood, and he had all this rage that he couldn't control. And when he was doing this movie in Arizona, and he met this elderly lady. He said she was in her late 80s, early 90s, and she looked at him and says, "You have rage, don't you?" And he was surprised because he didn't know her, and she obviously didn't know him. And he goes, "Yes." And he goes, "I can fix that." She goes, "I can fix that." She says, "You have a power within you, and I can read it, that you're a healer." So she taught him this method of healing, and it was she explained to him that we're mostly fluid, and the fluid is constantly moving, but we can create dams in our fluid, and there's through his touch, because she recognized that he was a healer, that he could fix the back. So I went there, and he's doing all this stuff on my back, and it was like relief instantly. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe he did it. And so I said, what do I owe you? And he goes, "Oh, you don't owe me nothing. I can't charge because that will take my power away. But there's a basket as you go out the door if you want to leave a gift." So I was kind of a poor actor, so I left what I could. It wasn't very much. But anyway, his story, how this woman poked him, and he had months of training with her while I was in Arizona, and she gave him something that relieved that pressure that was on him of rage, and he was able to relieve it by giving his gift to the world. And that made such an impact on me in those early days that I wasn't with I quit being Catholic. Well, you never quit being a Catholic, but I wasn't a member of it. I wasn't practicing. Thank you. So I kind of thought of theater as my church, because things like that would happen, and you'd have to get along with people, because if you didn't get along, you couldn't very well do a play together. So it was my church, and I learned that I could change my life. Mm-hmm. I could do that, but I didn't know the recipe until I came to this teaching. And I learned that there was something amazing about this teaching that not only changed my life, but it changed the lives of the people that were around me, my family, everything. There was a new dynamic in me. And the good thing about poking a hole in your dams, because he was doing that to my body. He was breaking the dams up in my body. But I know you can break the dams up in your consciousness too, that there's places that you have dammed up and that you want to release. And the best way to do it is to speak the truth, to speak and believe the truth by declaring it. I am a perfect being. I am a perfect spiritual being. I am powerful. I am creative. I am a healing force. Whatever you want to say, just say it and repeat it and believe it, because it's the power that will change you. I was watching, it's been a long time, but I watched this podcast by a woman by the name of Barbara Butler Bass, and she was an authority on religions, all religions. And she was talking about what was happening to churches nowadays, that people were leaving. And she said the reason people were leaving is because more and more people are having their own mystical experiences. And the old ways of teaching just didn't work anymore.
But they didn't allow for that.
Right. And people were wanting to get rid of dogma and wanted to just experience spiritual happenings. I know for myself, I've had plenty, and eventually you'll probably hear some of them, but she told me about, she didn't tell me, she told on the broadcast about this woman who came to her, and she was excited, but she was also afraid. She had this mystical experience, and she couldn't share it with anybody, because if she shared it with the church that she was in, they would make fun of her and think she was sinful or something. So she was in this place where she was changing and wanted to be free, wanted to be free of all the stuff that was going in her. She didn't want to feel shame for having this experience, because it was a beautiful experience. And Barbara Butler Bass said, just do it. Let go of everything that doesn't serve you anymore. You don't need to be part of something that is holding you back and keeping you from being the strongest you that you can possibly be. So I invite you to look within and see where there are little dams in your consciousness. See where your work is calling you to believe that you believe something greater than what you're already experiencing, because you are a child of God. You're made in God's likeness image, and there's nobody that can take that away from you but you. So let it all go. Start declaring the truth for yourself and believe. Valerie?
So when I first heard the title, Poke a Hole in It, I thought about this year and what a difficult year it's been for so many of us, where we are stuck at home and businesses are closed and closing and jobs are being lost and the schools are closed and they're having to do their lessons online. And I can tell you from experience watching my 5-year-old granddaughters being online all day long doing kindergarten is very difficult for them. It's very difficult. It's better than not, but it's still very difficult. We've witnessed corrupt political systems. We're experiencing global warming. We're having fires. We're having climate change. experiencing the exploitation of national lands for money, on and on and on and on. And it's good that we know all of this stuff because we have to see it to heal it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it was hidden before. I think I forgot the part about people being, Black and brown people being killed by police, but I could probably go on for a long time because a really, really lot's been revealed this year.
Mm-hmm.
So now we see it. And so now it's time to poke a hole in all of those thoughts that we have about those things, because we have I have some negative thoughts about some of those things. And so it's time for me to poke a hole in all of the negative thoughts that I have. It's time for me to poke a hole in limitations. It's time for me to poke a hole in should haves, could haves, what it could be like, what I can or can't do, that I can't see my family and friends. I'm poking a hole in all of that. I'm poking a hole in procrastination. That's a thing that is really interesting, a side effect that I have had because of all of this. It's like I'm at home all day and I have a really lot of things to do. And there are days when I do things that seem like they're important at the time, but they're not the things that have deadlines that matter. And so I would call that procrastination, because there's something in me saying, I don't know what it is. I don't even have to know what it is. I just have to know that it is, and that I don't have to stay that way.
Right.
So I'm poking a hole in procrastination. I'm poking a hole in, I can't do this thing because it would take too much time. Well, maybe I can't do that whole thing, but I can get it started. I can get it started and I can do part of it. I might be not doing something because I feel like I'm not talented enough, or somebody else could do it better, or maybe I don't quite know how to do it, and it's going to be challenging for me to figure it out. I'm poking a hole in all of those beliefs, all of the personal problems, all of the stuff that causes me to not be the best I can be all of the time. So here's a quote by Robert Louis Stevenson. I just want to read to you.
By who?
Robert Louis Stevenson.
Oh.
The best things are nearest. Breathe in your nostrils, light in your breath in your nostrils, light in your eyes, flowers at your feet, duties at your hand, the path of God just before you. Then do not grasp as stars, but do life's plan. Common work as it comes, certain that daily duties and daily bread are the sweetest things of life. By Robert Louis Stevenson.
Could you read that one more time?
Yes. Maybe I can read it without stumbling.
Oh.
The best things are nearest. Breath in your nostrils, light in your eyes, flowers at your feet, duties at your hand, the path of God just before you. Then do not grasp at stars, but do life's plan. Common work as it comes, certain that daily duties and daily bread are the sweetest things of life.
Beautiful.
And so when I first was doing all the graphics and things that I do for
everything,
every time I went to type, poke a hole in it, I typed poke a WHOLE in it, hole. And so I really started thinking about that. So my plan here is to poke a HOLE in all of the things I no longer wish, so that the dam can break and they can just go away. But to poke a WHOLE, hole, in all of the things that I want to make larger. And okay, so I've got all of the negative things rushing out. What am I going to fill it with? Oh, I'm going to fill it with the light and the love and the peace and the relationships. And yes, I can't go see all the people that I want. And we do have Zoom, and we have this platform, and we have phone calls, and we have ways to do it on our phone, and mine's different from yours, but we do have ways to stay connected, and I'm really grateful for that. And our computer systems are getting better and better and better, so that there are lots and lots of ways that we can connect and stay connected. And so I'm going to just start planning what's my most important thing to do today, and then let all of those negative things flow out that hole and fill myself with the whole of who I am, who I came here to be, how I came here to be, and what is mine to do. And so Ernest Holmes says this: the universe in which we live is pure spirit, ruled by cause and effect. There are physical bodies and physical lives, mental bodies and mental laws, each existing without any constriction of the other, though the spiritual laws always transcend the lesser laws. And then he goes on to say, nothing but spiritual realization will stop war, and peace can only be won by love. And that war can be fighting between countries, it can be fighting between people, it can be that battle that goes on within the self of the negative thoughts of why I can't, and the positive thoughts of yes, I can, why I can, how I can. So I'm asking each one of us to think about, what do I want to create? What do you want to create? What do we want to create? And then we're going to focus on that, because we've already poked a hole. We're letting all the negative stuff out. Now we're allowing all of the good to come in, all of the things that we came here to be, all of the things that we want to reconfigure and create new and do in a better way, a way that, to say it the way Center for Spiritual Living says it, is the way that creates a world that works for everyone, a way that has opportunity for everyone, a way that people in the world have shelter and enough food to eat. That is really not allowed to ask. We can do this. We can make this world a better place. We can make this a world that works for everyone. We can do this. You have more to say?
Well, I was just thinking that it's really important that when you get flooded with this divine urge to do whatever it is to do, or to create whatever it is to create, don't keep it to yourself.
Yes.
Let that enthusiasm be catch. Go out and tell the world what you're doing. Share it. Be enthusiastic about it. Don't have any shame around it. Don't worry about, am I enough to do it, or how will I do it? Don't worry about the hows and the whys and all that stuff. Just allow yourself to ride that water of good as it rushes down through, washing away everything that is unlike what you want in your life, washing away the negativity, washing away those individuals that don't support you, washing away everything, to allow yourself to just ride that flood and share everything that's coming through you, because you are very important.
Yes, and washing away all of that negative feelings that we're invited to feel as we watch the news or read the news or see what's going on. You know, what's going on in my neighborhood is people are decorating for Christmas. Oh my gosh, I work at the archives on Fridays, every other Friday actually, go in. The rest of the time I'm on
Science of Mind Archives.
Science Mind Archives, sorry, thank you very much. So I turned it on a street before the one I usually turned on. It's just right down the street from us, and we have our lights up, but nothing like down the street. Every house is decorated, and it's decorated with lots and lots and lots of lights. And I'm thinking, how exciting is it that we're lighting up the darkness with, yes, there's stuff going on, and this year is going to be light, and we're going to have lots of places to go see it. And it was just so inspiring to me to just drive through those lights on the way home. So we need to walk down and see them again. And I know that people are doing that everywhere, because I've heard it from lots of friends that we're all taking advantage of, okay, we can't do things the way we normally would, but we can do some things to brighten up a person's day, to donate in places that are important to us, but just those things that we can do that make the world a better place, that we can work for everyone. We can do those things, and we can shower our neighbors with love, and we can shower our partners with love, and our homes with love, and there's much we can do.
So in a way, what's taken place in our country and around the world has opened a field within us to really appreciate all that we had, and to know that we can have that back, but so much more. Like Reverend Valerie said, we can have it not just for ourselves, but for our neighbors and for those in other parts of the world that aren't as fortunate as us. We can open ourselves up to shower our love, to shower our peace, to be an ambassador of good. And that's just simply living your life with appreciation, with thanksgiving, with knowing that those loved ones that are in your life are worth appreciating, are a gift from God. We can do that. This pandemic came to show us that we have a lot to be appreciative for and thankful for.
And we have the power to change things.
We do.
We do.
With your word, your thoughts, and your belief. And what did I say? If you can't believe, then believe that you can believe.
I can remember a time.
That's the pinhole.
Yeah, when I couldn't quite get there, and so I was able to say, I'm willing to be willing.
There you go.
So that's the pinhole. You know, if you can't do the whole thing at once, I'm willing to be willing to believe.
Yes. And if you can't go even that far, be willing to be willing to be willing to believe. And take it as far as you want to, but just you're saying yes.
Yes.
Starts it. It's the pinhole.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Are you complete?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to end with this.
Okay.
This is the last sentence of that reading, and so I want to end it with this.
Which reading?
The reading we had today.
Oh, okay.
Cast off your shame. It is an old coat. Remember who you are. You are a star, a mountain, that fountain in the sun. Your heart is a velvet cave where birds sing. Are you remembering?
Should we play?
Yes. You're going to start?
Okay.
Okay.
So in this moment, I remember who I am. And as I remember who I am, I recognize who each and every person in my life is. And I recognize the world as it is, a beautiful place, a place where we can grow and expand and become what we come here to be. Because at the core of all life, at the core of all creation, there is God, this divine intelligence that created everything that we're aware of and everything that we're not aware of. All the dimensions, all the worlds, all the stars, everything, the simple grain of sand. It is all God, it is all good. And so I know that this day has come to reveal to each and every one of us that which we need to understand, that which is there to guide us and direct us to our highest yet to be. Yes. I surround this planet with light and love, knowing where there's pain, there's recovery, knowing where there's lack and limitations, there's abundance, knowing that all those individuals that are serving those that have been hospitalized, those that are not feeling well, in such a high way, we surround them with light and love and know that they're safe and taken care of. I'm so aware of my life and the life that is all around me that I'm eternally grateful. My Pastor Valerie.
Thank you. So as I breathe in, I recognize that I'm breathing in God. That is my life, your life, every life. It is this planet. It is this solar system. It is countless galaxies. It is also everything that's on this planet, all the birds and bees and trees and flowers and rivers and oceans. It is every being, every person, every place, everything. It is also all that we cannot see, all the different dimensions, all the microscopic things that we are aware of and that we're not aware of. It is all that there is. And we are one with it. There is no separation. There is no separation between any of us or anything. We're all one thing, like that drop of ocean leaving the ocean. It's still one with the ocean. And we are one with spirit, one with the divine, one with life, one with love, one with peace, one with truth and harmony and joy and wonder and awareness. And I know that as we expand our awareness, we expand our notion of who we are and how we appear in the world, and we understand that our word has so much power, that our thoughts have so much power, and that we are that one place, and we are that one being, and we are all that is together, one with each other. And so in every time we hurt ourselves, we hurt everyone else, and every time we hurt someone else, we hurt ourselves and everyone else. And so we just take this time to recognize the peace and the love and the truth and the light and the power that we are. And we breathe it in, and we just know, we know that that's the truth. And so as we poke a hole in our beliefs that no longer serves us, and as we accept the whole of all of the beliefs that do serve us, those beliefs that do serve the planet, I know that we're creating a world that works for everything, that we're creating a life that works for ourselves, that we're creating wonderful, amazing relationships. And we're spreading that love and spreading that light and spreading that peace throughout the world. And I'm passing this back to Reverend Michael so that he can mention everyone who's asked for prayer this week.
So I recognize that beautiful being known as Srila, who asked for prayer for a job and for a divine partner. We just surround her with light and love, knowing that it's already done in the mind of God. And I send out light and love to I'm blanking.
Lana?
Yeah, to Lana. Dear, beautiful Lana. I see that healing process just miraculously changing moment to moment as you're getting more power and more mobility, that you move through this world with your delightful presence, blessing all those that come into your life as you are blessed. And for anybody else
And
that,
Tyler?
oh yeah, for our dear friend Tyler, I know that wherever he may be, that freedom is right where he is, and that clarity is right where he is, and that he is guided and directed to his highest good, releasing all addictions and stepping into the freedom of his own soul.
Yes.
We surround him with light and love. And we, all those that ask for prayer in any way, we connect with them and know the truth for them, that as they ask, they receive.
Yes.
And so I just invite all that is tuned into this, to our service this day, to just, in this moment, declare what it is that you want in your life. And together we send out our light and love to those who have asked, knowing that it is done.
Yes.
And so, with a heart full of gratitude, thankful for life, thankful for this day, thankful for this beautiful community known as Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. Thankful for everything. I can now release, let go, and allow it to be, and so it is.
And so it is. Ashe, amen, and woo-hoo!
Yes.
Is it time for
Paul.
Paul? Yay!
He's got another good one for us, I'm sure.
Yes, the Christmas spirit is coming to us all. Kiss me home for Christmas under the mistletoe. We will be together just like long ago. Snow is falling like stardust from the heavens above. Through the silent night to the one I love. Kiss me home for Christmas. We'll hear the angels sing in all of heaven's glory, and the peace on earth they bring. Light a candle in the window so I will know the way. Maybe I'll hitch a ride on Santa's sleigh. Kiss me home for Christmas. I'll see you tonight. We'll sit and dance, watch it snow by the firelight. It's that time of year, and I've come from so far. I'll be flying like a reindeer, following your star. Kiss me home for Christmas.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
I've never heard that one before. Did you write that?
Yes, I did.
That's awesome.
Well, tell people how they can get a hold of you. I know it's on below, but tell people how they can get a hold of you and get your music.
Well, they can go to my website there, paullandsittel.com, and use the contact info there. Or the email for that site is spiritforyou@paullandsittel.com.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to do a little business, and then we'll get back for the last song.
All right.
As you can see, we have a basket. And this basket's just saying, feed me, feed me, feed me. No, seriously. This is our requesting your gifts. If you're feeling that we have something that offers you spiritually or in any way, feel free to send us something of thanks, because we want to keep doing what we're doing, and we know we're doing something great. And when this whole pandemic is over, we want a place that we can have our services, and we're preparing for that. So if you want to give. And if you don't feel like it, that's okay too. But we're asking for it humbly. So I think that says
Okay, so you can use your phone if you have Venmo and just click on the QR code. You can text YUGIVE to 888-364-GIVE. The easiest way, I think, is to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and there are a couple of ways to pay there. So we also take checks, or however you want to do it. You can find our information on the website. And so thank you, and let's bless it.
okay. Shine your light towards your screen, knowing that it comes right through and energizes the world. And repeat after me. We give thanks for this opportunity to give.
We give thanks for this opportunity to
We give freely
We give freely
from our hearts,
from our hearts,
knowing that the gifts go out and bless lots of people
knowing that the gifts go out and bless many people
and come back multiplied.
and come back multiplied.
For this and so much more,
For this and so much more.
we say thank you.
Thank you.
Let it be.
Let it be.
So it is.
So it is. And thank you to all of you who are giving, because that's how we're able to continue to do this, and we appreciate you so much.
We do. Thank you. So we're ready for another song from
Oh,
Paul?
yeah.
What's he got up his sleeve now?
Let's find out.
This is an old Bob Marley song. No hidden meanings, just straight to the point. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright, alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds sit by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melody pure and true. This is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds sit by my doorstep, singing sweet song, melody pure and true. This is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright, alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright, alright, alright.
Say it again.
What?
Say it again.
Oh, good message. Thank you. I can hear all the applause from around the world.
Yes, thank you, hoo-hoo, too.
Yeah.
Yay. Lots of
So,
fun.
any parting words? Greg, Sheila, you got anything you want to say before we go?
Well, great service, great
Yeah.
message, really fun music. I really appreciate everything.
Join us on the Zoom afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
So tell us where the Zoom information is if they don't have it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's,
the Zoom link is in the comments, so they can click on it right now and start going in there, or it'll be on the website as well.
Okay.
Paul, is there anything, parting gifts you want to say? Paul?
Merry Christmas. Let the Spirit come to you. Poke a hole into whatever is stopping that Spirit from fully realizing.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you next week. And just have a wonderful, wonderful week. You're going to benedict
I'm
us.
going to benedict this. All right. So once again, we just close our eyes, take a deep breath, focus on the oneness, the allness, the isness, the absolute divine essence and power that is each one of us.
Mhm.
That is all that is. And we're so grateful. Grateful for this time together. Grateful for each person that helped us put this on, and that we need so much because we certainly couldn't do it alone. And grateful to each one of you who tunes in and watches us during the week, and grateful to those of you who join us for discussion afterwards. We're just so grateful. Grateful for this teaching, grateful for how it changes lives, grateful for how it's changed our lives, grateful to know that it changes each and every person as we believe and as we recognize the power and the wonder, we embody it. And so in absolute gratitude, knowing this word is already complete and already done, I simply let it go. I allow it to be. And together we all say, and so it is. Ashe, amen. And woohoo!
All right, everybody.
We'll see
Bye,
you.
see you in the Zoom.
Peace and blessings.